up.
Shining wherever you go.
Sing it to him.
How you doing? You're right here in the lab. I'm Jamil Jasey.
And I'm Zavi.
And we are here to give you our last show.
Yes. Let's give it a moment of silence.
Silence. Okay. It's been a fun run right here at Comcast.
It has.
And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. But as always, we're here on Comcast, Channel 95, Verizon 36, and call in 804-915-5202. We have an excellent slate of guests.
Oh, man.
It's going to be truly amazing right here on In the Lab. We're going to have fun. I'm relaxing. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to get to this commercial because we got it's jam-packed. It's like this.
Okay.
So, we'll be right back after these messages.
See you
right
soon.
here in the lab.
That's right.
If you are so clean, I mean, if you are so clean. So, we did not have that message.
No, so we just gave you a little commercial.
We're going to give you a commercial. This is our
That's
commercial.
right.
Our commercial right here on Comcast 95. Bring.
Who is it? Who could it be?
Hello? It is Johnny on the spot right here. Call him.
We're often asked, what exactly does the United Way of Greater Richmond and Petersburg do? The simplest way to answer that question is, we help people. That's it. That's our one single goal, to help as many people in 11 localities in the Richmond region as we can. We help people from all walks of life. We help families, babies, kids, teenagers, moms, dads, older adults, people with health problems, people with developmental disabilities, people coping with depression, abuse, or mental illness, people who want to make their lives better, people who want to help other people, people who need hope. How do we help so many people with so many needs? That's where it gets a little more complex. Here's the key. We take an innovative approach to investing in more than 80 local programs to help more than 100,000 people in this region. Instead of focusing on one single issue or cause, we focus on a combination of issues that are the building blocks for a good life: education, income, and health. This way, one donation not only goes to the need everyone is aware of, but also to those less obvious but no less important. Help is available, whether it's to teach a child who is disadvantaged to read, provide food and shelter to a homeless family, or keep an elderly person in their home longer. This level of helping is possible because tens of thousands of people across our region generously make donations because they know their money helps our whole community, including people they know, whether it's neighbors, friends, co-workers, family, or even themselves. The beauty is the money raised here stays here in our local community. And this is where it gets really cool. Just like all kinds of people support United Way, all kinds of people make the decisions for funding United Way programs. That's right. More than 100 local people volunteer their time to review these nonprofit organizations in the areas of quality, governance, finance, administration, and measurable results. Because of the commitment of so many generous volunteers, United Way is able to be extremely efficient, keeping costs low, so that more people can be helped. That's just part of what we do. By helping, you can change someone's life too. You can help by making a donation to the United Way Community Fund. You can volunteer by getting involved individually, through your company, through our Women's Leadership Initiative action councils and coalitions, you name it. Or be a part of our partnership work that includes AgeWave, Metro Cash, Smart Beginnings, and 211, the direct dial resource line to help people find the help they need. That's it. That's United Way in a nutshell. We help people. We invite you to invest now and live united, because together we can do more than we ever could alone.
And we're back from the blue screen. How you doing?
Hello.
We're back in the lab right here. As you said, we're here with Zavi. She's been filling in 3 shows, 3 out of 5.
3 whole shows.
And to start us off, joining us, our first guest of the night for this last show. Hold on, I gotta wipe my eye for that. It's a very, very interesting young lady. She's an editor and writer for Richmond Magazine. Please welcome Mrs. Samantha Willis.
Hello.
Hello.
How
How
are
you
you?
doing?
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much.
So yes, Mrs. Willis. I just want to say, first and foremost, I'm honored to have you here tonight. And with all that you're doing, not just with Richmond Magazine, but what you're doing within the community as well. And I want to start off by saying thank you.
No thanks needed. We're all supposed to be doing our part. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. And I'm happy that you're doing your part.
Thank you.
And now, to the questions. The hard-hitting questions here in the lab. How did you get into journalism?
My journey into journalism has been non-traditional. I went to school and studied English, actually. And everybody told me, you're not going to be able to do anything with an English degree besides teach. I knew that I didn't have the patience or fortitude to be a teacher. Shout out to all the teachers.
Right.
But I did know that I always loved to write. So I tell young people now, even if you don't know exactly what you want to do when you're in high school, finishing high school, or you go to college, it's okay. You should, instead of trying to figure out what's my job going to be, figure out what is my passion.
That's right.
That you can apply to any industry, to any job. My passion has always been writing. So after school, I started doing freelance writing and editing. And then my first segue into journalism was really when I became a digital content producer at ABC 8 News, WRIC, the ABC television affiliate here in Richmond. And I believe I was the first, it was just a team of 2 of us in that official digital content producer position.
Oh, wow.
And so we were responsible for updating the website, updating social media constantly, any type of breaking news. We communicated it to our audience through digital means instead of
That is cool.
through the television. So that was a real introduction to journalism. And while I was at 8 News, I began to write little pieces here and there for the website. But it wasn't until after I left 8 News and really came to Richmond Magazine that I've been able to express my writing in the pages of a magazine in this way. So it's been an amazing journey. I'm really grateful.
That
And
is
I've
awesome.
read a lot of the stories that you do, especially the ones on Sunday.
Yes.
Ones on Sunday. They are very informative and oh wow.
All right.
Already.
Oh,
Okay. So.
all right.
But while we're waiting for that call to come through from the back, I just wanted to say, how did you start with Richmond Magazine?
I was at 8 News and I just had my son. My son is now 2. His name is David. Absolute center of my world.
Aww.
But I had just started at Richmond. I had just had him, and it was really hard juggling a newborn and the demands of the newsroom. If news breaks or if something is happening, you're expected to stay late. You're expected to, immediately dive into action. And it's hard to do that when you have a little one.
Right.
And so I knew people at Richmond Magazine from other organizations that I was involved in, and eventually got an interview there, and they welcomed me aboard. And I started as their online editor at Richmond Magazine. So doing much of the same work that I was doing at 8 News, doing the strategic digital plan, finding out how to grow their website audience, finding out how to grow their audience on Facebook and other digital social media platforms. And then while I was doing that, I began to write little pieces, and they were like, oh, she can write.
Yeah.
So do you want to keep writing? And I'm like, yes, that's what I want to do full time.
Look at God.
It's been an amazing journey with Richmond Magazine.
Yes, we have a call. You're on In the Lab right here on Comcast with myself, Savi, and Mrs. Willis. May I have your name?
My name is Justin.
How you doing?
Good. I was wondering about the way to find out what's going on weekends in Richmond, because I like try to just put it in my, because you work with entertainment. I was wondering, how do you find out about what's going on in Richmond?
Well, you can check on any website. As far as like, you can check in. Do you read Style Weekly? Style Weekly. You can check in their calendar. You can check online with Richmond Times Dispatch. You can check even with the content on, like that was said, Channel 8, Channel 6, or Channel 12, and they can tell you exactly what's going on in the city, because a lot of people post their events on their calendars. So,
What about that lady right there? Right? What did she do?
oh, this lady right here.
I was ready to speak up. Hello, I'm Samantha Willis. I'm Arts and Entertainment Editor at Richmond Magazine. So it's my job to stay abreast of all things arts, music, culture, museum exhibitions, art gallery openings. I stay abreast of that, and either I write about it, or we have other writers on our team who write about these things. And we share upcoming events and stuff that's happening in the city every single week on our website. Matter of fact, I wrote a story last week on a panel session that was held at VCU this evening on the Black Panther Party, and it's their it's their 50th anniversary. So wrote about that, and you could have, if you went to Richmond Magazine last week, you would have found out about it.
I saw that. You wrote that. That's true. Your name is familiar.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. And like you said, you can still call it 804-915-5202 right here in the lab.
That's right. We'd love to speak to you.
Now, we're gonna go away from Richmond Magazine real quick. In February of this year, you had a free forum about racism. Could you explain what happened with that?
Well, the forum that you're referencing, it was a 3-part learning series called The Unmasking: Race and Reality in Richmond. And it was, I created the series, but it was presented and co-created by Richmond Magazine. So I have to make sure we give credit where it's due. But the purpose of this event was really to help Richmonders understand the deep, continuing impact that race has made in this city. Almost every aspect of Richmond, from our housing, infrastructure, legislation, our educational system, almost every part of the city and every decision that we've made historically has had a racial component. And the faster that we begin to admit that and we begin to learn about that, the faster we can come together as a community and really live with each other peaceably and without a bunch of division and issues.
Right.
But we have to get the story right first.
That's right.
Before we can do that, we have to learn our history first. So the Unmasking was a way of teaching people about that